NBA fans, welcome back to my channel. Jordan versus LeBron. Now, let's look at LeBron's NBA Finals because this is going to be part one of LeBron and his delusional fans. They say this guy is a great scorer. He's a good scorer and all this stuff, but wow. If we look at this, it took LeBron until his sixth finals appearance. I think that was, whew, if I ain't mistaken, 2015? I think that was 2015 when he lost to the Warriors to average 35 points a game. And then, he shot like under 40% in that series. Let me see, 20. I think he shot. Yeah, yep. That was the series against the Warriors in 2015. Remember, Kyrie left. He got hurt. Love got hurt, supposedly, and then he ended up averaging 35 points a game, but that was on like 39% shooting. So we see what happens when this guy has to shoot more. It's going to be a brick fest because in his career in the regular season, most of his shots that he done hit to get 27 points per game for his career are like layups and dunks. And, it'll be some three-pointers mixed in there a little bit here and there. But when you get this guy to shoot the mid-range or when you shut down his three, it's over. So that's what happened. When Jordan has to shoot more, yeah, his field goal percentage is probably going to go down, but not the 39%. I mean, that's outrageous. And yeah, that's what he shot in that finals. The first time he averaged 30 points per game. So wow. So if I'm not mistaken, and we'll look at this down the line, Jordan averaged 30 points per game in 5 out of 6 finals. And LeBron only averaged 30 points per game in 3 finals out of 10. Wow. So he couldn't even average 30 points per game in the bubble. I mean, it was close, but he couldn't even get that in the bubble. He came close in 2016. But what happens is they try to get this guy always goes around. He gets scorers, and scorers because he knows he can't shoot. He can't shoot the three. I mean, he get lucky sometimes, and he definitely can't shoot the mid-range. So you want a lot of shooters around LeBron James while he does his layups because, like I said, if he has to score a lot from the field, from mid-range and three-point land, it's going to be a brick fest. That isn't what this guy does. He never try to, establish a jumper or nothing like that. That's why when you see his highlight reels coming up out of high school, it's all dunks and layups and all this type of stuff. I think he did shoot the mid-range a little bit better when he was in Miami, when he played with Wade and Bosh and them. And, he was a little bit loose because, look who he had on his team. And then he had all them sharpshooters and, he had Ray Allen and stuff like that. So I think for 2 years he did shoot the mid-range. Okay, like I think it was 13 and 2012, 2013, he shot the mid-range pretty good. And I think, let me see, I think 1 year in Cleveland he did. But, yeah, other than that, he's really been garbage from mid-range. And let's see, his first, I think the first 7-8 years, he really was a bad three-point shooter. And we talk about Michael Jordan. In the first seven years, Michael Jordan wasn't even trying to shoot the three. He was averaging like 1 a game. And LeBron, he was doing like 5 to 7 a game. And he was still shooting like 21%, 26%, 31%. So this guy, even when he tries to be a good shooter, three-point shooter, he's awful. I mean, back then they actually played defense and he really had to earn his points. But, the past couple years, his 3-point percentage has been going up because they don't play no defense and they challenge him to you know shoot the three. Some nights he's 0 for 6. Next time he goes out, he's like 4 for 9. Next night he goes out, he's 0 for 7. Next night he goes out, he's like 3 or 6. So the dude's gonna keep shooting. He don't care about his team. He don't care about nobody. He just cares about his own little, stats that's gonna keep his money going. Because when he retires, that's gonna be it for this guy. It's checkmate. Nobody's gonna talk about this guy. The media is gonna switch up on him. The media is gonna be like, "What was we talking about? What was we talking about?" That's how they is on people. They won't have any more need for this guy right here. No need for this guy right here. They won't. They're getting paid to lie right now, so they won't have nothing to lie about when this guy retires, and nobody will talk about him. I think it'll be a lot of scandals with PEDs and different stuff with LeBron. And, it really won't matter because he'll already have his billions. So it really don't care. It was just like Barry Bonds. Okay, y'all talked about him in the steroid thing, but guess what? He still had his money. You didn't take no money away from him. He was still paid. So um, we act like one point Barry Bonds was going to go to prison or something. Like Roger Clemens was going to go to prison. So, to me, I think this whole LeBron thing is going to be a big ass thing when he retires. He he won't get convicted of PEDs, but they'll find out that he did PEDs, and I don't think he'll be in the Hall of Fame. You know what I'm saying? I think they're gonna do the same thing with Barry Bonds, and they was trying to keep baseball alive a long time with the whole steroid thing because they didn't have no American players to promote the game. So I think the same thing is gonna happen with basketball, NBA. They're gonna use LeBron as a talking point to keep people interested in NBA like they are now. Really, his career is over. He's not even a top five player, but to put him number one or two, that's what keeps people talking. A lot of people are pissed off because it's so. That's where the debate is. If you put the accolades out there, there's no debate. But when he retires, I think they're going to use him, and they're going to use a PED scandal, steroid scandal, just to keep the NBA afloat because it's already dying. Because they don't have any American players in there that's really, you know, keeping the game afloat. Like back in the day. So that's what's going to happen. They're going to use this guy as a steroid scandal to keep the NBA talked about, relevant, and stuff like that. But this guy right here, don't ever mention score or top five score when you talk about LeBron. Especially in the finals. This is why this guy has all these finals losses because he wasn't able to put his game up for his team. Wilt too. Wilt too was this great scorer. Well, I don't think LeBron's a great scorer like Wilt, but I'm just saying Wilt was this great scorer. And then when it came to the NBA Finals, this guy fell apart. He was garbage. So LeBron too. This is why LeBron needs all these shooters. I don't think Wilt needed a whole bunch of shooters, but he just fell apart. His finals is looking awful when you go look at, all the finals he went to. But I want to put LeBron on the level of Wilt as far as scoring, but as far as finals, woof. And actually, I think he has a better average points per game than Wilt. But comment, tell me what you think.